Welcome to ClickFunnels Radio, the podcast that brings you the latest strategies, insights, and success stories from online marketers just like you who utilize funnels to grow their business. Our mission is simple: to help you unleash the true potential of your online business by harnessing the power of funnels. Join us every week as we bring you exclusive interviews and thought-provoking discussions that will revolutionize the way you approach online marketing. Here are your hosts, Chris Cameron and Tyler Wicks.
Welcome back to another episode of ClickFunnels Radio. My name's Chris Cameron, and as you can see, we got some new digs, kind of a cool new setup. We're going to do something different for the next couple weeks. Right now in Boise, Idaho, Russell is running the 1 Comma Club Challenge, and we're going to give you some behind-the-scenes look at that and actually dive into this challenge for the next few weeks. We have replays where you're going to get taught by Russell how to achieve your first few dollars online. And our main goal, the reason that we call this the 1 Comma Club Challenge, is because there's 1 comma in $1,000. And that's exactly our goal, is to get you to a point where you make $1,000. Because if you can do that online, then the rest is scaling. And when you do, we're actually going to give you this really awesome 1 Comma Club award, so you know that you're well on your way. So here's what we're going to do. For the next few weeks, we're going to turn it over to Russell at the 1 Comma Club Challenge, and let's kick it off right now with day 1.
This is you. You weren't trained to become an entrepreneur. You were trained to be replaceable. The future of the American worker.
AI is affecting jobs.
There have been layoffs.
Amazon employees are reevaluating their futures with a new...
There's more entrepreneurs being created now than ever. And it's not because of chance. It's because it's becoming a necessity.
I think I'm going to start something new.
Never really ever felt like a real business.
Today, you're going to see me start up an e-commerce business.
And deep down, you already know what you need. And no, it's not another motivational speech. It's not a $997 secret system. And it's definitely not a school group that goes dark 2 days after the first welcome post. You need your first win. You need your first customer. You need to make your first $1,000. That way you can say, and that's why we created something called the 1 Comma Club Challenge.
Get on your feet and welcome to the stage.
My name is Russell Brunson, and I'm the co-founder of a company called ClickFunnels. We've been turning everyday, ordinary people into entrepreneurs for over a decade now. And our mission is simple: free all entrepreneurs, the dreamers and the doers, so you guys can focus on changing the lives of the people that you've been called to serve. To do that, we build both software and education, have them work together. We don't just support entrepreneurs, we celebrate them. You've probably seen these awards all over on the internet. It's called the 2 Comma Club Award, and the background of most successful entrepreneurs' YouTube videos, Facebook posts, their Instagram pictures. In fact, I believe this is probably the most photographed plaque in the history of all time. But the reality is, you shouldn't be worrying about this. In fact, you don't even want this right now. The real milestone, the unsung hero, the one that nobody ever talks about, but actually the most important, is this: the 1 Comma Club, the first $1,000. So here's what we're doing: the 1 Comma Club Challenge. 5 days, 2 hours per day, 1 framework, where we're literally going to walk you step by step through, I believe, is the shortest path to get you your 1 Comma Club award. No, this is not going to be teaching you all the things like creating a product, or how to do e-commerce, or how to become an expert, or how to write a book, or how to do a webinar, or how to post on social media, or even how to put your face on camera. None of that's necessary, because to make your first 1 Comma Club, you don't need any of those things. In fact, they're all just distractions keeping you from your actual goal. I want to really quickly share with you my story, the very first success I had online, because it was really small, but it was literally the thing that changed everything for me. I had been trying to make money on the internet for a long time. I'd spent almost 18 months going through trainings and trying to build websites and funnels and driving traffic and all sorts of stuff, and nothing worked. Everyone I knew was telling me, like, you're crazy, you should stop, like, why are you doing this, go get a job. The only person that really believed me was my wife. And so she allowed me to keep on trying. And 18 months into it, I finally made my very first sale.
My name's Russell Brunson. I'm Nathan Plone, and we're here from Boise, Idaho to show you how to make potato jam.
What's crazy is that first sale for me was only $20. But the reality was that sale changed everything for me. It was the thing that gave me belief. To know that this thing I've been trying for literally a year and a half of my life, the fact that it actually worked, that there was some stranger on the internet who got their credit card out, typed in the digits, and paid me the $20, that gave me belief that this was real. And because of that, every other success I've had afterwards all was based on that one thing, because it gave me belief that this would actually work, not for the other people I saw online, but it worked for me. That $20 changed my life. I believe that this thing, the One Comma Club that I'm going to help you to earn, can change your life as well. And once you hit it, we're going to send you one of these because you deserve something you can hold, a symbol and a reminder that says, I did this. On top of that, you're going to get live coaching. We're going to give you funnel templates, offer frameworks, ClickFunnels access to build your funnel, and support from the entire funnel hacker community, which, by the way, is literally the most powerful and supportive community on the entire internet. I've been watching as the economy is changing. AI is coming. People are losing their jobs. So if you're tired of feeling scared or letting someone else control your income and your future, I want you to join us for just 5 short days. Your first $1,000 will not make you rich, but it will give you belief. Belief that this actually works, but more importantly, belief that it'll actually work for you. So with that said, welcome to the One Comma Club Challenge. Now let's go get started and earn your first sale.
What's up, everybody? This is Russell Brunson. Welcome officially to the One Comma Club Challenge. I can't believe we're finally here. We just got done with Fire VIP session a little earlier today, which was so much fun. And now we're here, man, for the next 5 days, diving deep into this goal, this One Comma Club Challenge. And it's crazy for me because I was telling VIP earlier, like we spent, man, the last 4 or 5 months talking about this, thinking about it and planning it. And now it's finally here. It's crazy when it actually hits. You're like, this is here. People are here. We had over 12,000 of you who registered to be here over the next 5 days, which is insanely cool. And just so excited to have a chance to be here and to serve you guys. And it's going to be fun. And this is different than anything we've ever done in the past. You guys know, obviously the challenge is called the One Comma Club Challenge. And the reason why we did this is because over the last decade of ClickFunnels, we've talked a lot about the 2 Comma Club Award, how you can do it. And I think for a lot of people, it's very aspirational, exciting, but there's so many people who are just like, that seems awesome, but like, I just need proof this actually works before I completely commit, before I, like, whatever it might be, right? I want to make sure this actually works. And I was like, how could we do something? Could we do something where people could actually get their first comma during the challenge? Now, this is not like a guarantee because I have no idea if it's going to work or not. I'm pretty sure that that what we structure is going to be the correct thing for you. But I spent all the time for the last 3 or 4 months trying to figure out, okay, what is the shortest path from you going from where you are today to getting that first comma? Because as soon as you get that, you get the belief that's like, okay, I can actually do this. Then going to, from 1,000 to 10 to 100, like all the other things become easier. The hardest one's the very first one. But after you have that, like you saw it in the little intro video ahead of time, like for me, that first $20 changed everything for me. It was the belief I needed. And so that's kind of the goal in the game plan here is like, how can we do this? My goal is not just for us to be talking at you and you learning stuff about how to do this, but actually doing it, okay? Specifically starting tomorrow, we're going to be actually doing workshops where we're here. I got some guests. We're going to be on our computers. We're going to be actually building stuff versus just talking about it. And we're going to get our hands dirty. It's going to be a lot of fun. In fact, today I'm going to give you guys an assignment that's going to feel a little uncomfortable, but we're going to do it live together. Again, because this is not just me talking at you. This is an actual workshop working together. And it's going to be so much fun. So before I jump in real quick though, we got people from all around the world. Drop in the comments like who you are, where you're from, just so I kind of see that. Because for me, I got all the comments are here on this huge screen. And since it's just me talking to a camera, this is how I interact. So it gives me more energy. The more things I see, the more things popping up. Okay, now it's going fast. We got Australia, Canada, Amsterdam, Boise, St. Louis, Knoxville, Florida, Idaho, New Jersey. Okay, now it's going too fast. I can't keep up. Okay, so this is amazing. So throughout this entire challenge, the more you guys are interacting with me, the more fun I'm going to be, the more exciting we're going to have, because there's a lot of really cool things happening. And the more we're participating as opposed to like on our phone or scrolling on social media, I'd recommend taking your phone, putting it on airplane mode, do not disturb, and just hang out and like be present here because you decided to register for this challenge because you were looking for a change, right? Some kind of change in your life. Otherwise, you wouldn't have done it. If you're completely satisfied, completely fulfilled, completely like happy, all those kind of things, you wouldn't have registered. You're here because you're trying to get a change, to get something to be different in your life, okay? And that's why I'm here as well, to give you guys the information, the transformation, the things you need to actually be successful. So that's kind of game plan. So if you guys will focus with me and like pretend like we're sitting here one-on-one doing a one-on-one conversation, I promise you the experience will be so much better, okay? Right now, my day rate's $100,000 a day for consulting. So pretend like you just paid me $100,000 and like you're sitting across from me, I'm telling you exactly what to do. And if you look at it through that lens versus like, register for this free challenge, I promise it'll shift the entire experience for you. So do not miss it, okay? Don't miss anything. The game plan is right now we're going to go live for probably 90 minutes to 2 hours, depending how long it gets to go through everything. We'll do some Q&A at the end. I got 3 guest speakers who are doing what I'm going to be talking to you guys about. We're going to come on and kind of share some really cool things as well. And so it's going to be a great day. I'm really, really excited for it. Okay, with that said, I'm going to jump right into my slides officially. So as you know, the title is Welcome to the One Comma Club Challenge. We're going to have a chance to learn AI plus funnels and how you can use those to create your first $1,000, your first 1 comma this week. That is the goal. It's not an income claim. It's a goal, okay? That I want to help you guys to actually be able to do that before the week's out. In fact, well, I'll show you guys the dates here in a minute, but we're going to be doing a challenge this weekend to see how many of you guys can actually get this done this week. So that's my goal, my game plan. Really quick, we did create a workbook for you guys. I think most of you guys probably got it, hopefully, but the process is a little clunky. If you haven't, if you go to onecommaclub.com/backstage, it'll take you over to Backstage Pass. You go and you sign up for Backstage Pass, and in there is a link to where you can download the workbook and you can take notes on it or print it out or whatever you want to do. So that's there. Also, we're going to be doing things inside of Backstage Pass. This is kind of a new community platform we're testing out. It's really, really cool. It's different than like a Facebook group or school group. It's a Backstage Pass group. And so when you go to onecommaclub.com/backstage pass, it'll take you to this pass. You join the pass, and there's a feed. You see a bunch of stuff, and the top of it is our challenge feed. And if you click on that, it takes you over here, and each day we're going to be giving you things to go post in there. And so you can go post your homework and things like that. And it'll be kind of a really cool place for us to kind of see what you guys are doing. If you get stuck, ask questions, build a community, network with each other, and a whole bunch of cool things will be happening in there as well. So again, that's onecommaclub.com/backstage pass. And so, and if you didn't get that yet, don't stress. Just focus right now. You can get that done after we're done a little later on today. Okay, here's the game plan for the next 5 days. You know exactly what's going to happen. Step number 1, day number 1. This is today. It's called the backdoor. I'm going to show you guys a backdoor way to start building income with funnels. Okay, it's different than what most people are doing, and that's why I think it's so unique and why I believe you can actually get to the One Comma Club very, very quickly. So that's what's happening today. Tomorrow is where you're going to actually learn the secret skill. Okay, we're literally gonna be on our computers working. I'll be working, you'll be working. And it's gonna be so much fun. And so I'll talk about how that works here in about an hour. So I'll explain how that works, but we're actually gonna be working that way. It's not just theory, but actual practical application. By the time it's done, you're like, I can actually do this now. This is amazing. So that'll be day 2. Day 3, we're gonna show you how to get clients without closing. This is where we start making the money, which will be really, really cool. Day 3 is gonna be insanely cool. Do not miss that. And then day number 4, we're gonna show you guys the AI shortcut, okay? Because day 2, you're gonna learn how to do it. And day 4, you're gonna learn how to use AI to do most of it for you, okay? But if you don't learn how to do it on day 2, AI is going to be useless. I see all these people like trying to use AI and they can't get it to do anything because they don't understand the fundamentals. So day 2, you get the fundamentals. Day 4, we use AI to make it super, super easy. And day 5 is all about how do you go from your 1 comma club up to the 2 comma club. What's the process and the path to get you there very, very quickly, okay? One thing to note, do not miss day number 4. It's going to blow your mind, okay? Don't miss don't miss any of the days. They're all good, but the AI stuff I'm really excited for because in the past, there's not been a lot of AI stuff for funnel building, and you're going to learn about it on day number 4. Okay, the other thing that's going to be kind of fun is this weekend, we're gonna do what's called the Money by the Weekend Sprint. And so Saturday and Sunday and all throughout the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you guys are gonna be sprinting, trying to get your 1 comma club. And then anybody who does get it, who knows how many we get. If we get 1,000, we won't be able to do it. But a bunch of you guys who actually get the 1 comma club over the weekend, then on Monday, we're gonna do a show and tell, where those who did it will have a chance to come on and be like, this is what I did, this is how I did it, and like walk through the process with everybody else. If you weren't able to make it over the weekend, you can see a bunch of people who are your peers who are doing this, who did have success. And you can be like, oh, that's what they did. And you can model them and you can have success as well. So that's what's going to be happening, guys. It's going to be so much fun, and I'm just excited and fired up for this entire week. It's going to be awesome. Okay, so one thing I also want to stress is that during the 5 days, we're not going to be learning how to build a business, okay? Instead, we're going to be focusing on mastering one highly profitable skill, okay? And the reason why is if you want to create a business, let's say you want to start an expert business, right? To do that, you have to first off become an expert in something, right? Number 2, you then got to go and create framework. So it could be a book or a course or something, right? You got to create that. And then you got to create a webinar to sell. Then you got to create a webinar funnel. Then you got to drive traffic. Then you got to do customer support. And like for someone to be successful in the coaching business, there's like 15 different skill sets you have to master to be able to launch a coaching business. And I think that's great to get to a 2 comma club and things like that. That's a great way to do it, but it takes a lot of time to master those skill sets, right? If you want to start an e-commerce business, you got to figure out how to find a product. You got to source the product. You got to get the things in here. Then you got to figure out how to create a sales video. Then you got to figure out how to do the funnel. Then you got to figure out how to drive traffic. Like there's all these skill sets. And I was like, if I want to get you to make your first comma this week, I can't do it in those traditional things, right? I can't do it by building a business. Instead, we got to find what's one skill set that's highly profitable that people will pay you for over and over and over and over again, because that skill set, that is the big secret, okay? So that's what's gonna be different about this than other challenges we've done in the past. We're not focusing on building a business, we're focusing on mastering a highly profitable skill set. You master that, and then you can leverage it to get your first 1 comma and then multiple comma, and like it can grow from there, okay? But this way, again, the goal is to get you guys making money before the weekend's out, and the only way to do that is by focusing on one highly profitable skill. Okay. Now, what's cool about the skill that you're going to be learning about and understanding is that this is a skill that small businesses, every single small business in the world, they need somebody with this skill. Okay. And 99.999, the majority of them do not have a person who has the skill set. Okay. And if you can come attach the skill set to their business, you can be successful almost overnight. Okay. Influencers need somebody with the skill. How many influencers are there on the internet? There's a lot. Everybody thinks they're an influencer, okay? And every single influencer needs this skill. In fact, we did, do you guys know who the Harmon brothers are? They're a company that does these like really crazy, funny viral videos. Like they did the Squatty Potty one with the pooping unicorn back in the day and a whole bunch of other ones. But we hired them to make a video with us one time. And I'm not gonna show you the whole video because the end of it's selling a product we don't sell anymore. But the first part, we were trying to show that like influencers act like they're rich, but they're actually not making very much money. And so I want you to understand, this is the reality of what most influencers' lives actually look like. So watch this video real quick with me and I'll come back and we'll explain why this is so important to understand.
Most bloggers and influencers are making no money, or at best a fraction of what they could be. Thank you, James. Cancel my 1 o'clock. As a blogger or influencer, you may have thousands of followers, but that doesn't equal thousands of dollars. Looks can be deceiving, right, small dog? T-shirt rat. So to make money, you plaster your page with ads. My blog's at the bottom of these ads. Yeah, almost there. You know, you're gonna love it. Or you take sponsorships that make you feel gross. This cute tutorial for buttercream frosting brought to you by Al's Hemorrhoid Cream. Some platforms let you monetize, but the payouts are pretty unpredictable. So you have no choice but to desperately pray to the algorithm gods for mercy. What more do you want from me, algorithm god? More clickbait? Less clickbait? Are you even there? In the end, you never know what money, if any, is coming your way because you aren't in control of your revenue.
So there is almost every single influencer on the internet. I was reading this thing on the Wall Street Journal. It says social media influencers aren't getting rich. They're barely getting by. So every influencer you see online needs somebody with this skill set. Okay. Literally every author, every speaker, every coach, every consultant, every e-commerce, every brick and mortar, every influencer, every business needs somebody with the skill set you're going to be learning. Okay. And so that's what's important to understand. Like this is like the most highly in demand and the most highly profitable skill set you can possibly have. Okay. But for businesses, it's even getting worse for them, right? Because AI is shifting everything and most of them have no idea what to do. They're all freaking out. Okay. Have you guys been watching what's been happening with AI, how it's destroying the job market? Like this article here is from Salesforce, which was the biggest hire of developers in the world. They just laid off 4,000 developers, right? Because AI does it better. So like they're cutting people. There's 90,000 tech jobs were cut in 2025, and like this number keeps going up and up and up. So businesses are kind of freaking out right now because they don't understand what's happening. They understand AI is there. They understand that like other people are getting things done faster and cheaper and more, and like all these things, and they don't know what to do. Okay. And so what's cool about the challenge you guys are in right now is you're going to be learning how to do both AI and funnels. Okay. The most profitable skill set on the planet, which is funnel building. And then number 2, using AI with this so you can do it quickly. So you could replace half of somebody's team by you coming in and doing this for them. Okay. So it saves them money, makes you money. And it's one of the coolest opportunities I think that's ever been there. Okay. And so they all need somebody who can make them money. Okay. They need a website, they need AI, and those are the keys. Okay. So learning how to build funnels for other people is the big opportunity. It is the big idea. In fact, I think it's the greatest opportunity of our lifetime. I made a really quick video just to show why I believe this opportunity is so important and so powerful. It's the reason why I was like, if we're going to get somebody 1 comma in the next 5 days, 7 days, 10 days, whatever it's going to be, like the only way to do that, honestly, is to do this, is to master the skill set of funnel building and build funnels for other people. So let me show you just a real quick video to help you see the size and the power of this opportunity. And then we're going to dive into actually how you capitalize on it. Here we go.
So right now we get about 1,800 people per day who sign up for ClickFunnels. All they really want at the end of the day is the funnel. So I'm trying to build an army of funnel builders to handle the demand. The demand is insane. It's a huge opportunity. I believe it's the greatest opportunity of our lifetime. There are literally millions of companies right now that need funnels, and they're just waiting for it. The most valuable skill that every single business needs is a funnel builder, or we like to call inside the ClickFunnels office is a rainmaker, someone who can make it rain. All these businesses know they need to be driving traffic online. Most of them are losing money every single day. You come in, you build a funnel for them, and all of a sudden, you're like a magician. Like, what did you do? You get more sales, more traffic, everything blows up because of you and your skill set.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the very first.
You want to become one of the best, if not the best funnel builder on the planet. Like, you have to know these things and understand them at a deep, deep level. The better you get, the more you can charge. But at first, you're not going to be very good. That's why it's so important to start.
Okay. You guys getting this? This is the big opportunity, okay? Building funnels for other people. Someone asked, like, what about building funnels for ourselves? Don't worry, I'm gonna talk about that here in a minute, okay? Because you're gonna leverage this into that. But it starts here, okay? This is the big opportunity, okay? I call it the funnel hacker backdoor, okay? Focusing on one skill set, mastering how to build funnels, okay? With that, there's no product creation, there's no inventory, there's no customer support. You just use this skill and you get paid. There you go. I had to put that in there. Okay. And the coolest thing is now AI can literally do 90% of the work for you, which again, we're going to talk about that on day number 4. So don't miss day number 4. Okay. But it makes it so much faster and so much easier. Now, in the past, I always had to sell people on why funnels were the greatest thing in the world. And some of you guys, I think for the most part, a lot of you guys know what funnels are. I'm curious, how many of you guys don't know what a funnel is yet? Okay. If you don't, type in the comment, I don't know. And if you're like, I do know, then say, I know what a funnel is. When I first started ClickFunnels over a decade ago, and I'd ask, like, who knows what a funnel is? Nobody knew. Okay. We got people who know, people aren't sure. So we got a lot of it. More people know what they are now than they used to, but a lot of people don't. Okay. So I have this graph right here because a website and a funnel look very similar. People are always like, oh, like they think that, like, yeah, Russell, you own ClickFunnels. It's a website building company. I'm like, well, they look like a website, but the difference is a website is confusing, right? There's like a million links, and it's like a maze that people get lost on. Versus the funnel, one of the core beliefs of direct response marketing is that a confused mind always says no. So you come to a website with a million different links and options and opportunities. Someone's wandering around, they get lost, right? Or a Shopify store, they get lost in the thing. With a funnel, because the confused mind always says no, we make things very simple. So each page has one option. On this page, you can only give me your email address. On this page, you can only buy this thing. On this page, there's only an upsell. So it's a very simple step-by-step process, okay? And that's what a funnel is, okay? And we've proven over and over and over again. We did the website ClickFunnels test with all these people with the website. We built a funnel for them in ClickFunnels, and we did A/B split tests. And on average, for every one customer someone got on a website, they got 6 through a funnel. And we did this in every industry, from dentists to chiropractors to authors to speakers to coaches to gym owners, like consistently across the board, funnels won 100% of the time, okay? And so funnels are like what everybody wants, it's what everybody needs. And when you have a funnel, again, it's not even proven. You have a funnel though, it's like bringing a funnel is like bringing a knife to a gunfight, right? Or it's just like, you're going to win every single time. So even if you don't know what a funnel is yet, just understand, like, it is the greatest thing that a business can apply their business to grow their business quickly, okay? And you'll learn more about funnels today and tomorrow throughout the whole week, but just understand, like, funnels are this thing that is changing everything, okay? When you understand what they are and how to use them, you can make any business grow quickly. Okay. And the growth of this is not slowing down at all. Okay. As you saw in the video earlier, we get over 1,800 people every single day who sign up for a free ClickFunnels trial. 1,800 people a day. Okay. Some days it's more, some days it's less, but it's like, that's the average when we took it over a year. Okay. These are all people who want a funnel. Okay. But the reality is 99% of the new members have no idea what kind of funnel to build, what funnels are, even anything, right? They're just like, I heard the funnels are awesome. Everyone I know is talking about how funnels change their business, but I don't even know what a funnel is, right? And so they get all confused. And so what's cool is this is where you have a chance to come in. Okay, if you do the math, against 1,823 people per day, that's 12,000 people per week, that's 54,000 people per month, that's 665,000 businesses every single year coming to ClickFunnels saying, I want the result that a funnel has to offer me. Okay, but the number one question we get when people sign up is, who can build this funnel for me? Okay, every single day people are asking this because they don't want to learn how to build a funnel, they just want a funnel. Like, that's the big aha. That's the big idea. Okay. Now, in a perfect world, I would build a team of 8 billion funnel builders. I would just build funnels for everybody, but that's really, really hard, right? And I don't want to build a whole staff and team and everything to be able to do that. But it's interesting because ClickFunnels builds funnels. It's very simple, very easy. But what I realize is that people don't necessarily want a funnel. Have you ever heard the analogy where somebody buys a drill, but they don't really want a drill? They just want a hole in the wall, right? And so the same thing is true with this, right? They don't really want a funnel. They just want the result that the funnel gives them, right? They just want somebody to drill the hole so they can hang their picture up, so they can drive more traffic to their business, so they can get more leads and more customers, right? And so ClickFunnels is the drill, right? And they want somebody who knows how to give them a hole, okay? And the coolest thing is that you get paid to make them the hole. Does that make sense? You guys getting this? My analogy makes sense. Very, very cool. Okay. So big questions like, well, Russell, does this actually work? And so what's cool about this is every single day throughout this week, I'm going to be bringing on people who literally do this as a full-time career. Like this is what they do is they build funnels for other companies. Some of them build funnels for their own companies and they build their own, like different versions, but I'm going to introduce you to a bunch of them so you have a chance to meet them. In fact, I got 4 guests today. One I'll introduce here in a little bit, but there's 3 that will be coming on. One is Anne-Marie. She's somebody who does this as a living. She landed her first 2 clients who referred 2 additional clients and launched her hobby into a full-blown business. You have a chance to meet her later on today. This is Jake Leslie. Jake Leslie worked for me for a long time building my funnels and designing. Now he does it for himself and other people. He gets equity in companies for building funnels. It's really cool. He's going to come on. And also Carson Patton. Carson's a young kid who started building funnels and started doing it between swim practices, and now is a whole business helping high-ticket people to scale their businesses with funnels, okay? And so that's the opportunity we're going to share with you guys, and it's really, really cool, okay? This has opened up the big opportunity that I want you guys to understand because it's the fastest way to generate income and revenue online that I'm aware of, okay? And it's interesting because I think that this opportunity is not shrinking either. If you look at ClickFunnels, we launched ClickFunnels a decade ago. This is our original logo. And during that decade, I think if you look at the adoption cycle of a business, like the first few, there's the innovators, the early adopters. And for the first 10 years, that's really who we focused on. And those are the people building funnels. But now we're in this new transition period. This is the new ClickFunnels logo where it's going into the early majority, the late majority. This is where the masses, where all these businesses who for the last decade didn't even know funnels existed are finding out about them, or people are coming to them and showing how they can use them. And I think this is why this is so big, because everyone who's built funnels so far, if you look at like how much more people now are learning about funnels, like it's the biggest opportunity in the world. And I started thinking about this, like I still remember when I first discovered a funnel. If you haven't heard my story yet, I was a college kid and I made my very first product. It was teaching people how to make potato guns. So I made a potato gun DVD. I was selling it, and it was just one page with an order button. And I was selling the potato gun DVDs, and then eventually ad costs went up and it stopped working. Right? Initially I was spending, I'd spend $10 a day. I'd make $30. Like it was like this really cool thing. But then ad costs went up. I was spending $50. I only made whatever it was, $20, $30. So I was losing money every day, and about then, I had a friend who I called him on the phone. He's like, "Hey, Russell, I discovered this new thing." And we didn't have a name for it then. It wasn't called funnels. But he's like, you know how McDonald's, when you go through the drive-thru and you order a Big Mac, and they ask you like, "Hey, do you want fries with that?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "I just did that to my website and now it's working again." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "After somebody buys my first product, on the next page, I ask them, I give them an upsell. Like, do you want fries with that? Do you want a Coke with that?" And I was like, "Well, how would that work for my potato gun business?" And he's like, "Well, what does somebody need immediately after buying a potato gun DVD from you?" I'm like, "Well, they have to go to the store and buy the kit and the pipes and everything." He's like, "What if you made an upsell where you sold them the kits?" I was like, "Oh my gosh." And so I found a partner who made potato gun kits, and we partnered with them. So when someone would buy the DVD for $27, $30, whatever it was, then we'd upsell them for $297, the potato gun kit. And all of a sudden our funnel started working again. So I'd spend $50 to get a customer. I'd only make whatever $20 on the DVD, but then 1 out of 3, 1 out of 4 would buy the upsell, and then we started making money again, right? And that was the very first time I discovered funnels. And when I figured it out, I was like, I feel like I have a secret that nobody knows about, because nobody knew about it back then. And so I started building these funnels when I was in college. We started building funnels in every market. Like we did it in the dating market, in couponing, in weight loss. Like we were building these funnels. We go into any business, any industry, and we would just dominate everybody else because nobody understood the power and the magic of funnels. And it was the coolest thing. So I remember when I first discovered how cool it was. And I'm curious for you guys, how many of you guys remember when you first discovered the concept of funnels? Okay. Maybe it's one of my webinars, maybe it's my podcast, maybe you read maybe you read .com Secrets book, which talks about the whole thing's about funnels. You get a Funnel Hacking Live, or maybe this is the first time you've ever heard about funnels. If that's you, type that in too. Like, this is like, I'm just learning about funnels today, Russell. Or if you've heard about it, I'm curious, like, when did you first discover it? Okay. I'm assuming if you're here and you follow me, you're probably like me, we're like, I love marketing, I love funnels. And you may have even heard me, this is kind of the ClickFunnels mantra. I invented this 5 or 6 years ago. I said, you're one funnel away. And I started telling people this, like, you're one funnel away. It might not be the first funnel or the second funnel, but if you keep trying funnel after funnel after funnel, eventually you're gonna have success. In fact, I remember my friend Trey Llewellyn, he got on the ClickFunnels platform. He was like customer number 6. And I was trying to explain to him what a funnel was. He's like, well, I'm gonna launch a funnel every week till I'm successful. So he launched the first one and it did okay. He launched the second one one, it bombed. Third one got a little better. Fourth one, fifth one. And every week, though, he launched a new funnel. And then on his 11th funnel, that funnel blew up and it became, even to this day, the highest grossing funnel in the shortest period of time in ClickFunnels history. And it all came because he was, again, this concept of like you're one funnel away. And my guess is maybe you've heard me say that before. You heard me say it on a podcast or in my book or at an event where I'm like, you're one funnel away, you're one funnel away. But this is the big secret, okay? This is the funnel building backdoor I want you to understand. That funnel doesn't have to be yours, okay? This is what most people miss. They're like, I'm one funnel away. Okay, to do my funnel, I got to build a course and a product and all these things, which are great, but it takes so much time to do it. And so they keep delaying them having success, delaying them having money because they're trying to learn all these different skill sets, okay? So the funnel building backdoor is just the fact that like you're one funnel away, but that funnel does not have to be yours, okay? You can do that funnel for somebody else. Okay, a really good success story about this is my friend Steve Larson. So Steve's someone who you've probably seen him online. Like he's won 2 Comic Club awards. I think he's launched like 60 of his own funnels. He sells his own products, his own courses, his own coaching. Like he has a whole business around that, right? But before Steven became Steven Larson, right? If you go back in time, I want to show you guys his before, okay? So before, this is Steve. He was in college. And guess what? He read the book. And he was like, funnels are the greatest thing in the world. He was so excited. Him and his buddy would like listen to the podcast. They were learning about funnels and everything. And then he wanted to go to our Funnel Hacking Live event, right? And Funnel Hacking Live, the tickets were like $1,000, plus you get flights and hotel. And Steven, again, was a college kid and he did not have that money. And so what Steve did is he decided, I'm going to leverage the skill set that I've learned. So he went out to his audience. He's like, to the business owners he knew. And he's like, hey, I'm trying to go to this event called Funnel Hacking Live. It's $1,000. I don't have $1,000. If you will buy me the ticket, I will build a funnel for you for free. And so he traded funnels for money. So someone gave him $1,000, he bought a ticket, and then he built a funnel for him. And he's like, I don't know how to get there. And he's like, went to another business owner, like, hey, I want to go to this event. I have a ticket, but I need airfare. If you will cover my flight, I'll build a funnel for you. So he traded a funnel for airfare, and he traded a funnel for hotels. And this is Steve Larson. He showed up, and he came to the Funnel Hacking Live. I had a chance to meet him. And this is where he started his career, right? Then he came and worked for me, built funnels for me for 2 or 3 years. They started building funnels for other people, but he got better and better and better at the skill set, right? And eventually got so good at it that all of a sudden he's like, I have this great skill set. Here's an opportunity. I could put my own product in here, or I could create another product, or maybe I could partner with somebody who's got a business. I could plug in their product. And overnight, he was successful because he had already mastered the skill set. He had been making money with the skill set for a long time. And then when he was ready to launch his own product, he already had revenue coming in. He already used that skill set, kept getting better and better and better. And now he was able to jump right in. Okay, so for the person who asked in the comments somewhere amongst all the comments of like, I want to build funnels for myself. Like, you should, but if you want to make money in the next 5 days, start building for other people first, right? Get good at the skill set and like perfect it, learn how to do it while you're then coming and building your own business to the side. So it's one of the best ways to get you into the game as well. Okay. In fact, on day 5, we'll talk about a lot of ways how to go from 1 comma club to 2 comma club. And one of the ways is to then leverage that into creating a course or e-commerce or some other business. But again, we'll get in that on day 5. Okay. Now, right now, there's a lot of crazy stuff on the news, right? And I don't know if you ever read this book. It's called Trust Me, I'm Lying by Ryan Holiday, Confessions of a Media Manipulator. I read this book. I was like, I believe nothing that's ever on the news ever, right? It doesn't matter if you're on the left or the right. They're all lying to us all day long because they want to keep us in fear. They want to keep us in very certain states. But if you look at the reality of the situation, okay, with AI, people losing jobs, with the economy shifting, with everything, more businesses are starting now than ever before. Okay, this is the graph that shows how many more businesses, like 3.5 million businesses that year, 4.3 million, 5.5 million, 5.6. I think this year, the guesstimate will be over 6 million new businesses created. And guess what? Every one of those 6 million businesses need a funnel builder. Okay, so the opportunity now is growing faster than ever, and the more people lose jobs, the more people are starting businesses, right? And so now is like the perfect time. And all these business owners that are creating businesses, they know the old marketing doesn't work, but they don't know what to do. Okay, a good example of this: there's a company called FiberFix, and they have these really cool fiber things that they wrap around a pipe, and it helps the leaky pipe, right? Really cool product. And so they went and they hired the Harmon brothers, same guys I showed you guys earlier, made the funny videos. They made this video; it was insane. It was so funny. They launched it, it went viral, and drove all the traffic to this Amazon store. And guess what happened? Nothing. It was like hitting a brick wall. Like it didn't convert. People weren't buying and everything. And they were freaking out. They'd spent millions and millions of dollars on this campaigan. And they kept hearing this guy named Russell Brunson, who they told me later, like, we thought you were a scammer. We kept hearing you talk about funnels. You're one funnel away. And so they messaged me like, hey, could you help us with this? Because nobody's buying off our Amazon store. I went to the page. I'm like, well, of course they're not. This is like the anti-sales department. You did a horrible job. I said, you guys just need a funnel. Like, well, how does it work? And so we built a funnel for them, which looked like this. Okay. Page 1, page 2, like those 5 pages. They relaunched the video and this business blew up to the point where they were able to sell it. And it all came off of that. Okay. And so like when you can learn this skill set, you guys, like the amount of money they were willing to pay me to build this funnel is crazy. Okay. Because I know something they don't know. They know that like there's a way to do this. They know people on the internet are making money. They know AI works, but I don't know how it works. Okay. When you know this skill set, you can apply that and they'll give you anything because you're bringing them free customers, free cash, free leads, right? You become the most valuable person on their team. Okay. There's a story. I don't know if you guys have heard this story. It's one of my favorites ever. This is from Sam Brandon. He was a gold prospector back in the day. He lived in San Francisco, and he was out there, prospecting for gold like everybody else. And then Sam Brandon had an idea. He said, "Everyone's out here looking for gold." He's like, "What if I was the only one who provided the tools, the picks and the shield, the picks and the pans and stuff?" So he walked around all of San Francisco. And he bought all of the picks and the pans and everything, brought them back to his shop. And then he got some gold in his hand. He started running around the street saying, "There's gold in the American River. There's gold in the American River." And what do people do? They start freaking out. They're running around trying to figure out how to get gold. They went to all the different stores. There was no pans, no picks anywhere except for Sam Brandon's store. They ran to his store, bought the shovels, bought the picks, and Sam Brandon became the first millionaire in San Francisco history. Okay? How did he get rich? He was the shovel seller. He was one selling the tools that helped them to do the business they were trying to do. Okay? Somebody wants to be a chiropractor, cool. They're digging for gold, okay? But the person who became the millionaire was Sam Brandon. He was the one who gave them the tools so they could mine for gold, okay? Funnel building is shovel selling. You're bringing the shovel, you're bringing the tools that they need so they can so they can be a chiropractor, they can be a dentist, they can be a coach, they can be an author, right? Those people don't want to become funnel builders. They don't want to become marketers. They just want people to buy their thing, right? And so the people who get rich are Sam Brandon who sold the tools. It's you who becomes the funnel builder. That's who gets rich in the relationship, okay? I believe this is the biggest wealth transfer that's ever happened, right? And it's going to the shovel sellers who can help all of these new businesses to become successful. If you can learn how to do that, it'll change everything for you. Okay. This is your protection in a very, very uncertain world. I've been on this planet for 45 plus years now, and this is the most uncertain I've ever seen it. It's chaos between AI and wars and politics and like just all the insanity of the world we live in right now. Okay. The only protection in an uncertain world is number one is your skill set and then your ability to attach your skill set to a successful business. That's it. What happens to all the businesses go under? It's like a lot of businesses will go under, but there's always going to be successful businesses, right? And if you have a skill set that they need, you can write your own check. Okay. So what is the most valuable skill to almost every single business, okay? I call this the skill set of becoming a funnel hacker, okay? So I got my funnel hacker shirt on today. The skill set of becoming a funnel hacker, AKA a rainmaker. Somebody who can walk into a business, can apply something and it makes it rain, okay? That's what we're talking about here. In fact, I got a really cool, this is a video clip from Garrett J. White at our second or third Funnel Hacking Live. He shared this thing about becoming a rainmaker in your business and it was so powerful. So we're gonna watch this video clip real quick and afterwards I'll come back and talk about how to make it rain.
Let me tell you a story. I found a book in the business section, and it was called 30 Days to Guerrilla Marketing by Glenn Livingston. This is the first time I'd read this book. I had actually never studied marketing in my life. Now, you heard the story that I had hundreds of employees, yes? And we were running successful businesses, and we were doing tens of millions of dollars, and I had never once considered that I was a marketer. And it's 30 days of simple things that you can do day over day over day. And for the first time, the light bulb goes on. Wait a second. The way you control the game is you control the rain. Being a marketer is the capacity to take a message and place that message into the marketplace, grab people's attention, and pull them in a direction. I had never once considered that my skill set should be focused on this idea of mastering marketing, because the story I told myself was that I am a businessman. I had never stood up and said, I I am a marketer. I am going to learn this, and I will bleed to make this happen. And it started with a change, which was, am I a businessman or am I a marketer? I am a marketer. I wake up and the first thing I ask is, how am I going to make it rain? Every day in my businesses, how am I going to make it rain? Not a day goes by, not Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, where I don't wake up and say, how am I going to make it rain? Because if you can't make it rain, your funnel is worth nothing.
All right. You guys getting this? If you want to win the game, you have to learn how to make it rain. Okay? That's how you become invaluable to any business owner. Okay. I talk about this, I think I'm talking tomorrow in the VIP session. I'm going to go a little deeper into this, but in every business, there's the entrepreneur, there's the technicians, there's the managers, all these kind of things, right? And the entrepreneur's got no risk, right? Or sorry, the entrepreneur's got tons of risk, but there's no ceiling on their earning. Everybody else, you look at the technicians who are doing stuff and the managers, they all have ceilings of their income, but they have no risk, right? But there's one other role that's different. It's the role that comes into a company. It's called the rainmaker. And the rainmaker is the most powerful role, okay? Because the rainmaker, first off, has no ceiling on the earning potential. If I come into a business and I can generate an extra $1 million a year for them, or $10 million a year, or $1 billion a year for them, the amount of money I can get by being the person who knows how to do that is worth insane amounts of money. There's no limit on my ceiling. But also, by coming in as a rainmaker, I don't have the risk of the business. The entrepreneur has the risk of the business. You have the ability to come in with no risk and no ceiling, which is the best possible situation to be in. Okay. So my goal is to teach you guys and turn you into rainmakers. Okay. A rainmaker is any person who brings clients, money, business, or even intangible prestige to an organization. Okay. If you can do that, you become the person they will write checks for because you have the skill set. Okay. And the coolest thing is that skill set is not that difficult to learn. And AI nowadays will do 90% of it for you, which is insane. Okay. And so funnel hackers are the ultimate rainmakers. Okay. So we got the cool shirts. By the way, if you haven't got your merch yet, I dropped a link inside of the workbook, but we are selling all the new funnel hackers merch at onecommonClub.com/merch. Take a screenshot of that real quick because we're focusing. Don't buy it right now, but go check it out. That way you can be matching shirts and t-shirts with me and the team, which would be cool. All right, I'm gonna keep going. So I want to tell you guys a story about Stephanie Dove Blake. Stephanie's actually in office today. So in about, an hour now, I'm going to bring her on stage and actually interview her about this whole process. But this is a picture of her and her kids. And again, I don't want to ruin the whole story for her, but the parts I want to make sure that you understand. Okay, Stephanie was trying to figure out this business. She'd been, trying to figure out different ways to make money online, a bunch of stuff, and she came into the same opportunity I'm sharing with you guys about building funnels for other people. Okay, and so she went out there and she built a test funnel for a chiropractor. Okay, this chiropractor, I don't believe he paid her. It was just like, hey, I can build this funnel for you and see if I can make it work. So she goes, she builds this funnel for the chiropractor, and guess what she did? She made it rain. She goes out there, and from this very first funnel, she got 86 customers for that chiropractor with a patient value between $1,000 and $1,500 each. So just think about the math, and let's just say it's just $1,000 per patient. So she brought him 86 patients at $1,000 a piece. So she just made the chiropractor that much money by building one funnel. Okay. Now, would it be hard for her to come back and be like, hey, I want 20% of that. I want 10% of that. I can bring you more people. Give me equity in the company. Like, there's so many things she could have done, right? But she was able to do that. She built a funnel for free, and then she made it rain. Okay. Stephanie is a funnel hacker. Why? Because she knows how to make it rain. She went to a chiropractor's business and made it rain for that person. Okay. The chiropractor is not going to know how to build a funnel, how to get 86 customers. Like, none of those things they understand. Like, they want to adjust people all day long. And Stephanie came in with her skill set and was able to do this for them. Okay. And the story gets better. I'll come back to it in a minute, but I want to share another story. This is a story from a guy named Noah Lenz. And Noah's a little older now, but this was I had a chance when he was, I think, 14 years old. He came to an event, and it was we did a young entrepreneur event, and my kids were there. I wanted to inspire my kids. So I had Noah come on stage. And he builds funnels for other people. And so I wanted him to explain what he was doing. And what he said shocked me. I was not expecting this, but it was one of the coolest lines in the history of all time. So listen to Noah, who still to this day builds funnels for other people.
I know you've built funnels for yourself and for other people, but when did you kind of decide, like, I'm going to build funnels, for Caleb, obviously, but other people, like, what was the reason why you kind of made that decision?
I like building funnels for Caleb, working with him and not having to worry about my own product. Like, he worried about the product, fulfilling it, etc. All I needed to do was do the marketing, which is what I was really passionate about. In about June of 2018, I started my own agency.
How much do you charge somebody to build a funnel for them?
If someone wanted to work with me, I honestly would probably only work with them if I got a certain amount of equity in the business.
He's negotiating equity already. I love it.
All right. Okay, you guys see that? Noah's a funnel hacker. Why? He knows how to make it rain. At 14 years old, he's negotiating equity in businesses. Why? Because his skill set is that valuable. Okay? Of all the things you can learn, you guys, like you can learn how to do open heart surgery on somebody. It's not nearly as valuable as you coming to a business and building a funnel for them. Okay? It's like that valuable of a skill set to learn and to master. Okay? So the best way to be a rainmaker is to become a funnel hacker. Okay? So my question here, how many of you guys here want to become a funnel hacker? If you want to be a funnel hacker, I can't see your faces, but type in the comments, type in funnel hacker in the comments. I want to see who is a funnel hacker, because funnel hackers are the people who know how to make it rain. They're the ones who know how to grow businesses, scale businesses. All right, here my funnel hackers are coming up. Okay. We got funnel hackers. All right, my funnel hackers. Okay. In fact, I want to take this one step further. How about this? I want everyone tap yourself on the chest wherever you are and say, I am a funnel hacker. Okay, right now, 1, 2, 3. I am a funnel hacker. I wish I could hear everybody around the whole world. We got, 12,000 people registered. One more time. Say, I'm a funnel hacker. Okay, this is an identity I want you to have, you guys. Okay, this identity is unique. You've heard about the funnel hacking community, right? We do big events with thousands of people out, right? They're all funnel hackers, people who know the skill set, who come into any business, could be their own, could be other people's, but they know the skill sets to make it rain inside that person's business, okay? Becoming a funnel hacker is the key. It's the identity that I need you to have to be successful over the next 5 days, okay? I want this to be something you're thinking about all the time. You can tattoo it to the back of your hand if you want, but being a funnel hacker is what we do here in this community, right? We developed, we invented, we figured out these systems, these processes that can bring so much value to any business if you'll just apply it to it, okay? This is the most valuable skill set that you can learn today, period, okay? So my goal over the next 5 days is, first off, to shine a light on this new opportunity for you so you see exactly what it is. Number 2 is show you exactly how to do it so you'll be able to start building funnels for people immediately. And then number 3, and this one's important because I was thinking about this, like if you wanted to learn how to build funnels, like you can go and you could read my book, which is good. You can go to an event, you can go to a course, but I want to actually get you guys, like put you on the bike, right? There's gonna be a group from here. We're gonna certify you guys to actually make you certified funnel builders to be able to do this for our community, right? We're actually putting you on the bike where you're doing this and actually getting your hands dirty every single day. And we're gonna be doing that during this challenge, is where, like I said, tomorrow we're gonna be actually in ClickFunnels building funnels, so you'll learn exactly how to do it. So if you're nervous about it, you'll have it mastered by the end of the day tomorrow, which will be really, really cool. Okay, now the certification we'll be offering, not today, but at the end of this event, is not gonna be cheap, okay? It's not gonna be for everyone. So a lot of people are like, why is Russell gonna be pitching me something? Yes, at the end of this, we're pitching a certification program. The cost for certification starts $18,000, but I got good news for you. Good news is you may be able to twist my arm a little bit. The more fun I have during these challenges, the nicer I like to be. And so what we're gonna do is the price starts at 18 grand, but the more fun we have, I'm gonna keep dropping the price, lowering the price. And so I need you guys participating, going full out, going crazy in the comments, yelling out funnel hacker every time you get excited, because the more I see that, the more energy I have, the more likely I'm gonna drop the price. Does that sound fair? Okay, so we'll keep dropping the price. All right, now I also want you to understand this is not gonna be easy. This is not a get rich quick thing. This is not what I believe in, it's not what I do, okay? This is not, like I said, it's not get rich quick. This is a work hard and learn an in-demand marketable skill set, and you have to get really, really good at it, okay? Success is not guaranteed, and it's not gonna be easy either, okay? But if you learn the skill set, you're gonna be super valuable to any company, any business you wanna do it, okay? It'll give you the ability to literally write yourself a swimming pool. That's a weird thing to say, Russell. Okay. Now I want to say, I phrased it that way because there's a really cool story, okay? The story is from a guy named Paul McCartney. You have heard of him. One day, Paul McCartney was sitting there talking to John Lennon, and they said, we really want a swimming pool. And Paul McCartney said, hey, let's write ourselves a swimming pool, okay? Write ourselves a swimming pool. What does that mean? It means we're going to go write a song that generates the revenue for that, and from the revenue, then we'll go build our swimming pool. Okay. And so what happened is that they sat down, they wrote the words for the song. I believe it was Help, wrote the words for the song Help, recorded it, launched it, got the money, and built themselves a swimming pool. Okay. So that's the power. I don't know if you guys remember, if you've read the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. My dad gave me this book when I was probably 22 years old, and it sat on my bookshelf for like 8 or 9 months before I finally read it. And I read it and changed my life. And one of the key concepts in here, he talked about in the Rich Dad, Poor Dad, he's like, there's a rich dad and he had a poor dad, right? He said, the rich look at things differently than the poor. He said, the poor will see an opportunity that comes to them and look at it and say, oh, that's cool, but I can't afford that, right? That's what poor people say when they see something. He's like, my rich dad will look at something, and he looked at it differently. He said, it was almost the same, but it was a little bit different. He said, how can I afford that? Okay? So an opportunity comes to you like, oh, I can't afford that. That's one thing, right? Like Paul McCartney and John Lennon, right? It's like, simple, like, I can't afford that. It would have been done. But instead they stopped and said, well, how can I afford that? Oh, let's write a song. And the revenues from that song will pay for the swimming pool, right? How can I afford that? So this is this key thing you got to start learning in your mind, right? Is that people who are poor, they think, I can't afford that. People who are rich think, how can I afford that? And by asking the question differently, it opens your mind to all different opportunities and ideas and things that open when you shift from, I can't afford this to, how can I afford this? What can I do? I remember for me when I was getting started in this business, 23, 24 years ago. And I needed to buy this course. It was $1,000 course, which 20 whatever years ago was a lot of money for a course. And I couldn't afford it. And I just read Rich Dad Poor Dad. And so I remember sitting there like, okay, well, I can't afford it. How can I afford that? Like, what would a rich person say? How can I afford that? And I was like, And I remember looking out the window and the house we're renting, this big old tree, and on the ground were tons of leaves. And I was like, I wonder if the dude next door will pay me to rake up the leaves, or the guy that owned the duplex we were in. So I knocked on the door. I'm like, hey man, will you pay me if I rake up the leaves? He's like, sure. I'm like, how much? He's like, $200. I'm like, dang. So I went down to Home Depot, bought a rake, bought a tarp, came and raked up the leaves. And I threw it in the thing, took it, got my $200. And I was like, okay, I'm 1/5 of the way there. And I started driving around to other places that had leaves. I knocked on the door. Hey, can I rake up your leaves? They're like, how much? I'm like, $200. Like, all right. And I raked up those leaves. I did that. Five lawns, had $1,000, bought the course, changed my life. Okay. Now if I wouldn't have done that, if I would have done what everybody else was, I can't afford that, I'd still be in that same situation today. Okay. But instead, my entire life changed because I asked the question differently. How can I afford this? Okay. And so for you guys, when you start looking at this opportunity, right, the question I want you to ask yourself first off is like, what's your swimming pool? What's the thing that you want? Some of you guys, the swimming pool is like, I want to build a new house. Some of you guys like, I hate my job. I want to leave it. Some of you guys like, I got college debt. If I could get out of the college debt, that'd be my swimming pool. Like, what is your swimming pool? I'm curious what it is. Type in the comments, wherever you guys are at in the world. Like, what's the swimming pool you're looking towards? Like, what's the thing that you're trying to achieve here? Right? So I want to make this very tangible for you. Because if you understand it, again, my goal is to get you guys to be able, my goal is to be able to get you to earn your 1 comma before the week's out, right? But then you have the skill set. For me to actually get that thing, I got to get 5 commas or not, 5 1 commas. So I got to make 5,000. Like, it's going to take 10,000. Like, when you realize like the swimming pool I want is going to cost 10 grand, 12 grand, 50, whatever that is. Now you know exactly what it's like. Cool. Just replicate that what we did this week 5 times and maybe start charging more. And then you want to do it 3 times, right? And like, there's a lot of pools out there. Maybe the same person saying infinity pool over and over again. Property build on residual income, generational wealth, freedom, financial freedom, not to have to work for anybody else. $20,000 a month. Cool. Build a legacy, doing more service. I love it. Okay. So for all you guys, you have a different swimming pool, and realize that this opportunity is the path to get those things that you want. Okay. Just like John Lennon and Paul McCartney, they wanted a swimming pool, so they wrote themselves a song. You want the thing you want? Cool. Build a funnel. Okay. And again, the key is you don't have to build a funnel for yourself. You can build it for other people. All right. So I'm going to walk you guys through some of the framework for this. Okay. So if you're taking notes, now it's time to take notes. So here's the step-by-step process to do this in a really simple, really powerful, really fast way. Okay. Step number 1, you have to pick which type of funnel you want to master. Okay. Now this is one of the keys. A lot of people make a mistake. They're like, I have to learn every funnel. Okay. And there's a lot of funnels. In fact, on this little image here, like there are squeeze page funnels, there's survey funnels, there's summit funnels, there's challenge funnels, there's book funnels, there's cart funnels, there's paid challenge funnels, there's VSL funnels, webinar funnels, product launch funnels, application funnels, webinar application funnels, funnel hubs, funnel stacking. There's all these kind of things, right? If you've read my book, .com Secrets, I talk about tons of different types of funnels. And this isn't even all of them. There's other ones on top of that. And so sometimes people look at that and they're like, that's overwhelming. I don't think I can master all of those. Okay. And the reality is you don't have to master all of them. Okay. You just have to master one. You just have to be good at one, okay? A good example, okay? Stephanie, who's going to be here, we're going to have her on stage in a little bit, okay? She got a result with 1 funnel first, okay? So she found the chiropractor, she did the work for him, built a funnel, had success with it, got 86 clients coming in, right? She had success with it, and then guess what? After she got results with 1 funnel, okay, so step 1, pick 1 funnel. Step 2, get results with that funnel. Then step number 3, this is what Stephanie did. This is why I have her here to tell you guys the whole story. She leveraged that result to get paid clients. So she had so much success at one chiropractor. He was like freaking out. She was like, hey, do you think any of your other chiropractors would want to learn how to like have me do this too? He's like, yeah, you just made me $86,000. I would love to. So he jumped on a webinar, brought 10 of his other chiropractor buddies on there. Cause what do chiropractors know? Other chiropractors, they went to school together, right? They jump on and she said that from the 10 chiropractors on the webinar, 9 of them signed up for her, for a paid service for her to do the funnels for them. Okay. And then have her on monthly monthly retainer. And she's told me today, this is like 9 years later, 5 of them are still active with her today. Now this has grown from there. She's got now, I think she went from 10 chiropractic clients to like 50 or 60. She'll tell us the story today. But ways to understand that, she leveraged the same funnel, right? She didn't go have to master 10, 20, 30 funnels. She had one funnel she mastered for that chiropractor. And then she went to another chiropractor and used the same funnel, just put their face and their name on it. And then the next person. So it became very, very easy to do it over and over and over again. Does that make sense? So again, you don't have to master all of them. You just got to find one of them. Just pick one funnel that you want to master, one that gets you the most excited, right? And then from there, you can go and learn how to do it and then go do that for a lot of other people. Okay. You guys getting ahas here? If you're getting an aha, I mean, nothing's on. Buy a house, financial freedom. Okay. If you have an aha so far, type in aha. I want to know. And then type in like what type of funnel you think you'd want to learn how to do. Like, do you want to learn how to do a book funnel, a challenge funnel, a webinar funnel? Which kind of funnel gets you the most excited? A lot of you guys don't know. Which one do you suggest? It depends. Okay. Funnels are like tools. For me, it's like a toolbox. There's a hammer, there's a saw, there's a drill. And so every funnel's got a different use case, but they're all valuable. So you got to figure out which one is you think will be most valuable for your type of client, right? For Stephanie, she went after chiropractors. And so the type funnel she used for chiropractors is very specific to a chiropractor. If I was going after authors, I'd probably do a book funnel or maybe a webinar funnel, right? So it just kind of depends who you're going for. Okay, the next question that I already see people asking is like, well, how much do people pay for a funnel? Okay, because you're asking about this, like one comment, like, so like would someone pay $1,000 for a funnel? The reality is people pay a lot of money. I've seen people charge up to $250,000 to build a funnel for somebody, okay? I've seen people charge $1,000. I've seen people charge $25. I've seen people charge $30. So the range all depends, right? There's a lot of things. And the key is how good are you at doing the thing, right? The better your skill set, the more valuable you become, okay? But at first, you're not gonna be very good. In fact, Garrett White has a message for you. I want you to understand. If you understand this, you understand exactly how much you can charge for a funnel today.
So first off, understand no matter what you try, in the beginning, it's going to suck because you suck. But you'll get better and you'll suck less as you keep doing this, and eventually you'll suck less so little that you'll actually be good. But just surrender to the fact that you're going to suck.
All right, so there you go. First, you are not going to be any good, and that's okay. Okay, but over time, you'll get better and better and better, right? So that very first one, you're probably getting the first one for free. Stephanie did her first one for free. I did my first one for free. Okay, because you're not very good. But then you figure out, like, oh, I'm not that bad. Then you can do one and charge $1,000, and boom, all of a sudden you're in the One Comma Club. And then next, you're like, man, that one worked too. I'm gonna charge $5,000 next one. I'm gonna charge $10,000, and like you can get better and better. You can charge more as you get better and better. Okay, so let me show you some examples of people like you who are mastering just one type of funnel. Well, the first one's gonna be me. I'll share my story first, and I'll show you others. So one of my favorite types of funnel is a book funnel. Obviously, I've written some books, and I figured out a really cool way to sell books through a book funnel. Okay, so these are 3 of my funnels. That's the book funnel for .com secrets, expert secrets, traffic secrets. But if you zoom in, this is what like an actual book funnel looks like. So this is the traffic secrets book funnel. So there's page 1, page 2, 3, 4, 5, those 5 pages, right? And so for me, it's like when I started building my book funnels, I looked at a dozen people's book funnels, and they all kind of followed the same pattern, the same model. So I built my book funnel. I made it very similar. We launched it, and this book funnel crushed. In fact, this book became a New York Times bestselling book all through the book funnel, which is pretty cool. Okay, and so for me, it's like I love book funnels. And now I personally, people don't really hire me to build funnels for them anymore because I charge too much. That's not true. 2 people last year bought it. We charged $1 million per person. And so we got 2, I built 2 funnels for people last year. But other than that, I don't do it. That's kind of my going rate is $1 million for a funnel plus equity. But I like using funnels to get into doors I can't necessarily get into. So for example, a couple years ago, Tony Robbins wrote this book called Money Master the Game. And he was about to launch it on Amazon. And I was like, Tony, don't just launch it on Amazon. Put it through a funnel. He's like, what's a funnel? So I sat down. I showed Tony, like, this is my book funnel. This is how it works. And he was like, that's insane. And so all I did is I took my book funnel, which I'd done a bunch of times. I knew exactly how to do it, right? I know what happens on page 1 and what happens on page 2. I know what happens on every single page. I'm really good at book funnel. And then I sat down with Tony and I said, okay, Tony, this is the structure. I doodled it on a napkin. Here's page. These are the things. I'm like, there's 4 videos I need from you. So he flew me out there. We filmed the videos for his, and then boom, we built his book funnel. Okay. Again, we modeled the look, the feel, the layout, everything. We just put Tony's voice, Tony's message into the book funnel. And then when that book launched, Tony was on TV on CNN, Today Show, Tonight Show. Like, he was on every show promoting it like crazy. And a lot of people went to Amazon. A lot of people went other places. And a lot of people came to the funnel. Okay. And I don't know how many copies he ended up selling, but he sold a ton of them. Okay. And so I had a chance to build out Tony's book funnel and got me into that door. Okay. So that was one. Next, I wanted to get to know Grant Cardone. And so Grant had a book called The 10X Rule. He was selling on Amazon. I'm like, you're an idiot. Don't just sell on Amazon. Sell it through a funnel. He's like, how does that work? And so I convinced him to take me and my friends into his plane, and we actually built his entire funnel all on his plane, which was really fun. But what I do, I took my funnel and I just replicated it, put his face in it, put in his name, and then we launched Grant's book funnel. He sold a ton of copies of his books. And then Dave Asprey, this is probably 6-7 years ago, he was launching the Bulletproof Cookbook, and he was selling on Amazon. I'm like, why would you sell it on Amazon? Why do you hate money so bad? And so, in fact, that's what you can. This is my secret, you guys. Go to anybody who's selling things on Amazon or Shopify or Etsy, and just be like, why do you hate money so bad? And like, what are you talking about? Like, if you took that same thing and put it in a funnel, you'd make way more money. So I told Dave Asprey, I'm like, why do you hate money so bad? He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you're selling on Amazon. You don't get the person's contact information. You can't follow up with them. You can't do upsells or downsells or anything. Like, you're just selling books and making your Amazon royalty, which is almost nothing, right? That's why most authors are broke. And he's like, well, I don't know what to do. I'm like, you need a funnel. He's like, what does that even mean? I'm like, let me come into your office and film it. So we flew out to his office, filmed the videos, put it in a book funnel, and boom, he had a funnel now he could sell his book through. Okay. How many books are on Amazon, do you think, where the author is selling the book on Amazon but doesn't have a funnel? Yeah, I would say 1 billion or more. I think it's like 10 million books a year are published. So if you're like, there's not gonna be enough clients to do this for, there are. You just gotta find them and like, why do you hate money so bad? Why don't you just put it in a funnel? And they're like, oh yeah, I was going to, but I just don't know how. And you're like, oh, I can do that for you, right? So that's how it works. Okay, so somebody type in the comments, why do you hate money, ? This is like the best close of all time. Okay. All right. So the question to come back to you guys is, which type of funnel do you want to master? Okay. So I showed you guys a book funnel. Okay. Here's another one. This is the funnel. It's called the product launch funnel. Jeff Walker made this funnel famous like 2 decades ago. Okay. And it's very structured. It's like there's a registration page. There's 3 pre-launch videos, and then there's a video that sells the thing at the end. Okay. So it's a 5-page funnel. It's very simple, very easy to do. Okay. I met my friend Kevin Richards. Kevin went to Jeff Walker's course, learned how to do a product launch funnel, came back and launched a product launch funnel. He did it once. Was like, hey, this actually worked. Then he started going out there and getting clients. And so he did client after client after client after client. He ended up doing 32 product launch funnels for people. 32 times he replicated the same funnel, plugged in other people's videos and messages, launched it over. And every single time he would get equity in the launch. Okay. So some of these launches were doing $1 million, some did $3 or $4 million. He got equity in every single one. And eventually he found 2 or 3 clients and he started working full time for them, just doing their product launches. He got good at one funnel. Okay, and leverage that to a huge career. Okay, Kevin's a funnel hacker. Why? Because he knows how to make it rain. He's able to take this one funnel type, plug it into any business. Okay, he can go to an author and be like, hey, you got a book? Do you want to make some real money? Let's do a product launch. Like, what's a product launch? Let me show you. Boom, and he can do that, right? So that's a product launch funnel. Okay, so that's one type of funnel. If you just learn that one thing, how many people want to launch a product? Dozens, thousands, millions of people, right? So if you just learn one type of funnel, product launch funnel can be another one. Okay, so what kind of funnel do you want to master? Let me show you another one. This one's called the free challenge funnel, okay? In fact, you guys right now are in the middle of a free challenge funnel. Oh, this is like a dream inside of a dream. This is Inception. You're literally in a challenge funnel. You guys notice that you registered for a free challenge and now you're here during a free challenge. So right now you are in a free challenge funnel. You're experiencing, you're seeing the insides, the guts of it right now happening in real time, okay? You guys know what challenge funnels look like. You're experiencing it, okay? So challenge funnels. This is my friend's Austin Ford. He got really, really, really good at challenge funnels. So he did, I don't know how many he's done now. I think, I don't know, he started doing it, did one, then another, and started going business after business after business, right? He charges them up front to build the funnel, charges a percentage of the launch. He's done it over and over. I think he's done like 50 or 60 of these things, okay? But he just mastered one funnel type, turned into a huge career. And Austin's a funnel hacker. Why? Because he can go into any business he wants, bring him a challenge funnel, he can make it rain, okay? So what type of funnel do you want to master? Okay, there's a lot of them, right? Here's another one. This one's called the Funnel Hub. This was actually invented by my friends, Mike and AJ. They invented this thing called the Funnel Hub. They showed me like, that's the greatest thing in the world. So they got really, really good at it. In fact, they went out and they built one for Dan Kennedy, for Steve Larson, for Garrett White, for Doug Grant. Built a funnel for me. They went out and started doing that. And they started building for other people, right? They started plugging these funnel hubs all over and they made a ton of money, okay? So Mike and AJ are funnel hackers. Why? Because they can go into any business, apply a funnel hub, and make it rain, okay? So you see how you can start riding your own swimming pool, you guys? Again, the first time it's like, I am really bad at this. Like Garrett White said, first you're going to suck. And so you build the first funnel, it's not going to be any good. So the first one, you do it for free. It's like, hey, I'm not very good at building funnels, but I'm kind of learning. Can I do one for you for free? And someone's like, sure. So you do the first one for free, right? And the first time's the hardest. You get to learn how to use ClickFunnels, how do you connect things together. But after you do it once, it's like, oh, now I know how to do this. I could do this again and again and again. And I have one that looks really good, and I got a result for somebody, right? So you do that for the first person for free, you get them a result, and then you go back, I'm going to go find somebody else. You find somebody else who's very similar, right? Stephanie found a chiropractor, then she went and found 10 more chiropractors, right? I did this funnel for free for so-and-so, who's a whatever. He's an author, he's a dentist, he's a, whatever that person does. Go find some more of them. Then the next time you're like, hey, I built this funnel for so-and-so, it's working. I'll build one for you for $1,000. And they're like, all right. And then boom, you got your One Comma Club award. You build that one and you learn some more, you get better, and now you suck less so little. Is that what Garrett said? You suck less so little, you'll eventually be good. And third funnel, you're like, man, I'm gonna charge $2,500 for this next funnel, right? And then you do that one, it has success, like this, I'm getting good at this. I'm gonna charge $5,000 for my next funnel. And then you keep going, and that's how you win in this game, right? And you do that eventually, you're charging $10,000, $25,000, $30,000 to build a funnel for somebody. You're getting so good, all of a sudden you see an opportunity, someone comes to you, and they want you to go and like build a funnel for them, right? And you're like, I love your product. This is a really cool product. I'm not willing to do it if you pay me, but if you make me a 20% equity owner, I'll build it for you for free. And all of a sudden now you get equity in a company, okay? Or maybe in the backside, you've been building the course for 5 years, and all of a sudden your course is done. You're like, well, I know how to build funnels now. I can make my own business rain at this point, right? So you see how you can start writing your own swimming pools, you guys? You start figuring out what is the thing I really want? What's the thing I'm trying to get done, to pay for, whatever it might be. And then funnels opens up the opportunity for you to be able to do that over and over and over again, okay? All right, so here's the 3-step system again. Okay, this is so simple. It's so simple, it's almost too easy. Like, I was scared to like show it to you because you're like, oh, that's so simple. I'm like, yes, it is simple. That's the key with this. Getting your first $1,000 should not be complicated. It should be very, very simple. It's 3 steps. Number 1, pick the type of funnel you want to master. Number 1. Number 2, get a result with that funnel first. Number 3, leverage that result to get paid clients. That's it. You guys feeling good? You guys feeling good right now? Okay. If you do, I want you to do this again. Tap yourself on the chest and say, I'm a funnel hacker. Okay. A little bit louder this time. Say, I'm a funnel hacker. All right, one more time. Tap yourself on the chest wherever you are in the world. I can see you. I can watch you all. Say, I'm a funnel hacker. All right. Okay. I'm drilling this identity into you guys' mind, because if I get this identity into you guys' mind, everything else will become simpler. Okay. You guys ready to start building funnels? Okay. Certification price. I'm having some fun. Okay. We started this thing at $18,000. I'm having some fun. We're going to drop it. Let's drop it down to $17,000. Actually, if you guys do this one more time, say, I'm a funnel hacker one last time. I'm a funnel hacker. Okay. I'm going to drop it one more time. We're going to go from 17,000 to 15,000. Okay, we're dropping at 50. It's not for sale today anyway, but we'll drop it there. I just want to show the more fun we're having, the easier this can get as we go on, okay? All right, you guys ready to write yourself a swimming pool? All right, so here is the first steps. I love seeing all the funnel hackers. Yes. I love it. Okay, so first steps, okay? Here's the first step Stephanie did, right? What did Stephanie do first? She went and she decided I'm going to go and I'm going to build a funnel for somebody, right? She got a client, and then she worked for free. And that's how it worked. Okay, so I want to do something crazy with you guys. Question first off, do you guys trust me? If you trust me, say, I trust you, Russell, in the comments. I'm going to ask you something that's uncomfortable. And I'm nervous for some of you guys, because I'm guessing that a percentage of you guys will not do this. Even if you trust me, you're like, this is so scary. I don't know. I don't want to do this. But this is me as your coach, kind of push you into some uncomfortable waters, okay? I know for myself, the coaches I had that helped me the most always made me feel a little uncomfortable in wrestling, in life, in business, in my relationships. So I'm going to push you guys a little bit, okay? We've been having fun for the first hour, sharing ideas and stuff, but I want you guys to do something, okay? And so, and not all of you guys are going to do it. I understand that. But the ones who do are the ones who will have success, okay? I just know this. It's like, there's 2 types of people in this world. There's people who make commitments. There's people who keep commitments. Okay. And the people who make and keep commitments are the ones who are successful. So a lot of people they'll make a commitment like, oh, I'm going to show up for the challenge. Like 12,000 plus people register for the challenge. 12,000 people made a commitment. I'm going to register for this challenge and show up. I don't know the exact numbers, but we might got 3,000 or 4,000, 5,000 maybe who showed up. So the 3,000 or 4,000 who are here, you made the commitment and you kept the commitment and you actually showed up, right? And the people who are successful in life are the ones who make and keep commitments. And so I'm going to get you guys to make a commitment today to do something, and then I want to see if you guys actually commit it. Okay, so this is what it is. I call this the curious student close. This is one of the simplest, easiest ways to get your first funnel building client. Okay, it's not scary, maybe a little scary, but the good news is if it fails, nobody will know it failed. So it doesn't even matter, okay? So I want to take that pressure off of you, okay? So this is how the curious student works, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to go to your Facebook profile right now, or whatever you got, whatever social you have, right? And maybe you only have like 5 followers. That's okay. Maybe you have 0, maybe you got 100 or 1,000, like whatever you have, it's okay. Because what we're going to do is we're going to go there and you're going to post something to your comments. Okay. And this is going to get some people to message you back. Okay. Some of you guys might get 1 or 2 or 3 people. Some of you guys might get 0. Some of you guys might get 10. Okay. It doesn't really matter. We're going to post this and just see what happens. Okay. If you get 0, that's fine. Don't stress out. If you get 3, that's cool. Like, it doesn't matter. It's more so just doing the process, okay? Because you have no idea what's going to happen. In fact, I did this exercise. I had a friend who's he's awesome. He's a coach, and I've been trying to get him to post on Facebook for a long time. He's like, only people on Facebook follow my friends, my family members, and and he kept struggling to like just to go. And so he was actually here in this office with me. We're watching UFC fights. It got done, and everyone had left. And it was just me and him sitting here for a minute. And he's like, yeah, I'm not having success. I can't make the money I want. I was like, give me your phone. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, just give me your phone real quick. He's like, why? I'm like, just trust me. So he gives me his phone. I make him unlock on his face. I open up his Facebook. I type in a comment and I click live. I was like, hey, what's up, everybody? I'm here with so-and-so. And he's a little nervous to go live today, but he's right here with me. You see him just looking at the camera like he's like wants to kill me. Like, what is happening? I'm like, look, this is the deal. He's one of the best in the world, this thing. He doesn't like to talk about it. He doesn't like to brag about it. But if you are an athlete, you're struggling with this, and this, or you're a parent of an athlete, or you know an athlete who's struggling, this is something that he can do. Like, if you're interested, comment down below and he'll message you back and let you know. Does that sound good? He's like, uh-huh. I'm like, all right, thanks everybody. And I hung up, right? So I went live to his audience. And he afterwards, he's like, what did you do? I'm like, it's about time you just tried. He's like, no one that follows me on Facebook is going to want training. I'm like, you have no idea who's following on Facebook. You have no idea who's paying attention. From that one post, he had 2 people who saw it, who knew an athlete was struggling with injury rehab, who forwarded it to their friends and got 2 clients from that, like $4,000 or $5,000 clients. He had another one who messaged, like 3 or 4 clients came from that one message. He had no idea. Okay. So my delusion is something like that might happen for a lot of you guys. Okay. So here's what the post looks like. I'll have my team copy and paste this in the comments as well. But this is what it says. It says, I'm going through this crazy intensive training right now. I'm building sales funnels and I'm actually getting pretty good at it, but I need to practice on a real business, not just fake one. So I'm looking to 2 or 3 people who let me build the first page of the funnel for free. You want more leads? I'll help build a lead funnel. You want to sell something? I'll build you a sales funnel. You want people to book calls with you? I'll help create an application funnel. No catch. Just want an experience and a testimonial if you love it. Anyone with a business and wants a free funnel, drop this thing below or DM me. That's it. So you're gonna post it and just see what happens. Now you might get some hearts, some likes, you might get someone says yes, you might get nothing, and that's okay. Okay, so if you can grab that and post it. And what we're gonna do, a couple things real quick. So the reason why this worked, number one, there's no risk, okay? Some people are like, what if I try and I fail? No one's gonna know if it fails. Just like delete the comment in an hour from now if you don't like it, or delete it tomorrow, okay? But what if it works, okay? And no one's gonna give you objections. Like, if they don't want it, they're not gonna comment on it, right? So it's like, it's really, really simple. And psychology is basically, again, there's scarcities on a couple spots. It's low commitment. It's not gonna cost them anything. You get to practice. Like, you're the curious student who's learning this thing. And my guess is that for a lot of you guys, you'll get responses. If you start getting responses after you get it, throughout today and tomorrow, we just typing like I got a response. I got 3 people. I got 1 person, like whatever it is, right? And just post what we got. Okay. So let's do this right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you guys 2 minutes, or maybe 3 minutes. 3 minutes to post this. So there's again on the screen. I think my team's trying to post it in the comments. You can just copy and paste it. But that is the link. I'm gonna give you 3 minutes. I want you guys to actually do this, not just think about it. Okay, this was not a challenge where I'm gonna talk at you. This is like we're actually gonna be doing things. Okay, tomorrow we're gonna be building the funnel that you guys get from this. So it's gonna be really, really fun. All right, everyone's posting. As you guys are posting this, and again, I know some of you guys are gonna be nervous about it. If you're not comfortable on your own page, if you're part of a group or you know somewhere else or somewhere you can put, just somewhere where it's publicly out there, right? Or maybe you know a business owner where it's like, I know this business owner could use a funnel. They're one of my friends, I'm not nervous. Like email it to him as well if you want. Say, hey, I'm looking for someone to help with. Stephanie's gonna show you guys what she actually did when she did this exercise, how she got her first client here when I bring her up in a minute, which is really, really cool. But she did it all through email. So you can email it to somebody. The key is there's people out there who need this. And you could, like, you're going to learn, again, right now, some of you guys are like, I don't want to do this because I don't actually know how to build a funnel yet. Like, don't worry, that's what tomorrow's for. Tomorrow we'll help you with that part too. By Wednesday, we'll show you how to collect money for it. Like, don't stress. Like, we got you for this whole process. Yeah, so don't stress. Someone said, oh snap, no time to punk out, huh? Nah, just do it. It'll be fun. What's the worst that could happen? What's the worst that could happen? Yeah. Patty said, I'm a funnel hacker now. You're doing it. You're all in. You're all in. Okay, minute 30. We're halfway there. Post it in. I know you guys are nervous. Post it in, and then just like close your eyes and come back, and we'll jump back into this. We see a lot of really cool stuff. Jonathan said, I've had a hack once. I literally have too many clients and leads reaching out for me. Yeah. Again, the harder things to be like, you guys will probably get more clients than you want. He said I went from 0 to 17 clients in 3 days. I booked out for 2 weeks of discovery calls. It's wild. That's so cool. Yeah. So like you guys, again, one client gets you to one comma club easy. 3 or 4 might get you your swimming pool. So it's kind of cool. Yeah, the worst thing that could happen is we might actually get some business from Hunter. What's business? All right. Post it up. Okay, if you posted, come back in the comments. I posted. Brian posted. Jason posted. Jonathan posted. Parviz posted. Who else has posted? All right, we got chats coming different places. All right, posted. Dixie's posted. Crystal's posted. Hunter's. Okay, we got. Too late to turn back now, Brian said. Let's go. 21 seconds. You guys posted it. Post it. All right, very, very cool. 16 seconds, 15 seconds. Okay. All right, posted. Shannon said, do you recommend posting this even for folks in our own funnel business? Hey, if you want some free cash on the side to like start practicing funnels, it's a great thing to do. Work on the side. All right, our time is up. Okay, hope you guys have posted. Thank you for trusting in me and doing the scary thing. I'm so proud of you guys for doing it. Again, after you get somebody who says yes or chats back, let us know in the comments, whoever date is like, I got 2 people, I got somebody said yes. I want to keep seeing those things coming, okay? All right, now some of you guys are probably wondering, what if somebody actually says yes? What am I going to do, okay? Do I have to be certified to start, okay? The answer is no, you don't have to be certified to start, okay? And even if you were like, I'm not selling certification today, you cannot sign for certification today, right? And some people ask me why. Someone told me like, yeah, you got to pitch certification on day number 1. I'm like, no, okay? I have a belief, one of my philosophies, okay? It's called results in advance. So my goal is like, if I can get you to make $1,000 before this week's over, then I prove to you this actually works. Then you can upgrade and become, you can jump into certification. And then at that point, you're going to crush it because you'll have all the training, the mentoring, the group, and all kind of stuff. But the reality is, for right now, like, I'm going to get you results in advance. I want you guys having success. So you don't have to worry about that. We're going to walk you through the process. When you get somebody coming in, we'll walk you through how building the funnel out. And like this first one, we're going to do it together. It's going to be really fun. Okay. So recap the 5 days so you guys know what's going to be happening after today. So today we talked about backdoor. You guys are now understanding what is the big opportunity, right? It's building building funnels for other businesses, becoming rainmakers in their businesses. Okay. Tomorrow we're going to be jumping into the secret skill set. Okay. I got a special guest coming here you're going to love, and she's going to walk you through how to actually build this. We're going to be on a computer actually doing this, okay? So if you've got a client, we'll be building it with you together. If you don't have a client yet, that's okay. We'll walk you through exactly how to do it so you know exactly what to do, okay? So do not miss tomorrow. Tomorrow we get our hands dirty. It's going to be fun. You're going to actually do it. Day number 3, then we're going to start talking about how to turn these people into cash and money. So you can get your 1 comma by the weekend. Again, day 4, then we'll show you guys how to shortcut this with AI, because AI can literally do 90% of the work for you. We're going to show you how to do that on day 4. And day 5 then is like how to start scaling this into your 2 comma club and beyond, okay? And then again, this weekend, we're doing the money by the weekend sprint. So we're going to help you guys to go through this process so we can hopefully get all of you guys to get at least one of these sold before the weekend's out. And then Monday, everyone who did, we're going to bring them on a live show and tell, so they can tell you exactly what they did and how they did it, so you guys can model it for yourselves. So only thing you need right now is you need a free ClickFunnels trial, because you do need to be able to build this funnel inside of ClickFunnels, okay? And so that's it. But again, the trial is free, so it's not going to cost you during this challenge. So you got to get the free trial, go through the next 14 days, and then at the end of it, you're like, I don't want to be a funnel builder, cancel, and it didn't cost you anything, okay? Or at the end of 14 days, you sold a funnel, you already 10 extra, your money before you even pay the very first payment, and you're good to go, okay? So now, I want you to understand, if you already upgraded to VIP, which we had a huge VIP session today, which was insanely cool. If you're already VIP, it means you have a ClickFunnels account, right? The way we structured it is, instead of charging VIP, typically people charge like $197 for VIP. Instead, we give you guys VIP for free if you have a ClickFunnels account. So anyone who already has a ClickFunnels account, congratulations, you're already VIP, so you already have access. If you don't have a ClickFunnels account yet, if you didn't upgrade to VIP, you've got one last shot today to go do it. If you go to onecomaclub.com/VIP now, that's where you can upgrade. So I would recommend doing that when we're done. That way, 2 things. Number 1, unlocks VIP for you guys. But number 2, then you have a ClickFunnels account, which you have to have a ClickFunnels account tomorrow for us to be doing this together. Otherwise, there's no purpose of you being here. You can't come in like, I'm going to build a ClickFunnels account. I'm going to build a funnel, but I don't have a ClickFunnels account. Like, you can't do that, right? It's like, I'm going to build a house, but I'm not going to have any shovels or hammers or nails. I'm just going to try to build one. Like, what? Why would you handcuff yourself? Especially if I'm going to give you the shovers, the hammers, and nails for free for 14 days. Like, just get the trial. You'd be insane not to, okay? So right now is the time. Go to onecomiclub.com/VIP now. When you do upgrade to VIP, again, you get the VIP trial, plus you get lifetime access to the replays of this. So you have a chance to go back and watch them over and over again. Right now we're doing replays for everybody, but we delete them when the next session starts. So you get tonight's replay till tomorrow morning, then it's gone, right? With VIP, you get lifetime access. So you can watch these anytime you want for as long as you want. You get priority support during the challenge, a bunch of other stuff. So onecomiclub.com/VIP gets you the VIP. Again, it costs $0. You just sign up and you get a 14-day trial of ClickFunnels, and you get everything else unlocks. One question, people are like, well, Russell, what if I use a competitor? I already see it in the comments right now. So I want to address this head on. You guys cool if I'm a little bit bold with you right now? I actually made a video about this because I thought it'd be more fun. So if you are using a competitor, or you're like, I'm trying to think about using a competitor, my friends told me I should use a competitor, I want to help you guys understand why that's incorrect. So I made a real quick video about that. So watch the video together, and then we'll come back here in about 2 minutes. Ready? Go.
All right, so you're finally ready to start building a funnel. You know that it's the best and the fastest way to grow your company online, and you've seen the success stories, and now you're probably thinking, I think I can do this. So the only question left is, where do I actually build my funnels? And look, there are really only two options. Option number one is called ClickFunnels, and this is the obvious choice, and here's why.
For my existing funnel hackers that make some noise.
ClickFunnels is the platform that invented funnels.
We're my new funnel hackers that make some noise.
Over the last decade, we've helped launch funnels for over 100,000 businesses. Our customers have processed over $12 billion in sales. That's more revenue than some small countries. And pretty much every guru that you know online, they launched their company on ClickFunnels. Over 3,000 people have already won the 2 Comma Club Award, meaning they've sold over $1 million inside of a single funnel. And those plaques, they're all from ClickFunnels. When you come to Funnel Hacking Live, there are thousands of successful entrepreneurs all celebrating their wins, all learning from each other.
ClickFunnels is just not the software. It is more than that.
Community, the support, the trainings.
Now, there is a second option, and these are our competitors. Now, they go by a lot of different names, but we just call them the cloners, because that's exactly what they do. They just clone things. They copied our old funnel builder. They copied other people's CRMs. They copied membership sites. But there's one thing you can never clone and never copy, and that's success. In fact, do you know what a ClickFunnels event looks like? You know what their events look like? So here's the thing. These cloners, they're backed by VCs, and the VCs have a lot of money. So the strategy is simple. Find people who launched a successful business and funnel on ClickFunnels, and then pay them to sell their buggy clone software. You've probably seen this happen. You see someone online selling their clone while they're proudly showing the 2 Comma Club Awards in the background. You might be thinking, oh, maybe they must believe in this product they're promoting, right? Wrong. Here's what I always say. Look at what someone actually does, not at what they say. When they speak, it's very easy for them to lie, but what they actually do speaks volume. When they use one platform for their own success, but then they get paid VC money to recommend a clone, well, I just say be careful. Oh, and by the way, they've added over 500 new features in their last event. Isn't that kind of insane? When the reality is, to be successful, you only need about 4 or 5 features inside of ClickFunnels to execute on the model you're trying to do. Because simplicity wins, simplicity scales, and simplicity is how you actually make money. So those are your 2 options. Go with the original, the only platform with thousands of success stories, a thriving community, world-class training, constant innovation. In fact, our new funnel builder is literally 5 years more advanced than the one they cloned from us. Or go with the cloners. The choice is yours. But if you want my advice, go with the people who actually invented this stuff. Go with the people who have success stories. Go with ClickFunnels. All you gotta do right now is get your trial now at onecomiclub.com/VIP now.
Was that too bold? I don't think so either. All right. Understand, you guys. We invented this stuff. Everything you need to be successful is here inside of ClickFunnels. Don't believe everything else. Plus, on top of that, the only way to win the 1 Comma Club Award is if you are actively using ClickFunnels. Also, I want you guys to be aware of the looters. This is the pattern. If you join the ClickFunnels Facebook group, inside this challenge, people from over there, we call them the looters because they'll come in here and they will try to convince you through the DMs, through the messages, to move over to their platform, okay? Ignore them. When someone comes in there trying to persuade you and to move you, just type in, I'm a funnel hacker, and they will leave you alone. So there you guys go. That video is really fun to make. I hope you guys don't mind. And right now, I already see you guys coming in here and posting a bunch of things. Some of you guys already got, someone said they got a chiropractor, already messaged them back, which is really, really cool. And it's very cool. Okay, so Again, if you're not VIP yet, go to onecomiclub.com/VIP now to go upgrade. VIPs, we have a morning session. We had one this morning that was insanely cool. We have one again tomorrow that will be starting 1 hour before the live center. And then one question, I know a bunch of people were like, I have a ClickFunnels account, but I didn't get my VIP access. How does it work? So I'm going to show you guys this real quick. If you already have a ClickFunnels account and you didn't get your VIP thing, take a screenshot of this. And if you go to this page to onecomiclub.com/VIP check, all you do is you put in the email address of the actual your ClickFunnels email address, and then it'll unlock VIP for you. So that way everyone will upgrade VIP and everyone's got a ClickFunnels account. Everyone should be able to get in there. There's the VIP check to just unlock it if you didn't get it for whatever reason. Okay. All right. In 2 minutes from now, I'm going to bring on my special guest, Stephanie Blake. You guys heard her story a little earlier today. About 2 minutes, I'm going to bring her on. But real quick before we do, just want to talk about what's happening tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow, everything changes. Tomorrow, you have a chance to actually install and learn the skill set. It's going to be cool. Now, this is one thing I want you to know to be able to do this, okay? To be able to do tomorrow's session, to do the workshop days, ideally, you're not just gonna be listening to me talking to you like this, okay? We want you to be able to actually work on something. And so there's kind of 4 different ways to do this. The best option, if you have a computer with 2 monitors, that would be the best, because then you can like have the Zoom happening over here in one monitor and then have ClickFunnels open in the other monitor. That way you can like be working together. That's the most ideal, the best possible case. So if you are able to do that, that's amazing. Now I understand, I realize most people don't have double monitors. So if you don't have double monitors, this is the second version, right? Is basically take your phone or your iPad and put it on the side and then have Zoom playing on your phone or iPad so you can hear us, and then have your desktop computer where you can actually work inside of ClickFunnels there. So make sure you get your ClickFunnels account signed up. Make sure tomorrow when you log on, you're actually logged in your ClickFunnels account, because we're going to be building inside of ClickFunnels, okay? So option 2 is having your phone or iPad, have Zoom playing on there, and then work on your desktop. Option number 3, if you can't do either of those, just take your monitor, just split screen, like one half is me talking and our guest, one half is ClickFunnels, and do that. That's the third best option. And if none of those work for you, worst case, come and participate, and then get the replay afterwards, and then watch the replay. You can watch the replay, pause, go do the thing, unpause, go do the thing, and go back and forth, okay? So, excuse me. So that's kind of the game plan for tomorrow if you guys are cool with that. Someone said they got 3 monitors. Heck yeah, I love 3 monitors too. So the more monitors you have, the better. But anyway, so for the workshop day, that like whichever one of those 4 options works the best for you. That way, we're actually doing this together. Because again, I want you to learn the skill. We don't want just to hear about the skill. Does that make sense? Okay. And make sure that as those leads are coming in, you guys to respond back to them. Say, what's up, you guys? Even if you're like, hey, I'll get back to you tomorrow with some more information, then you can do tomorrow's session before you know that, okay? Well, last time, tap yourself on the chest, say, I'm a funnel hacker. I'm a funnel hacker. Let's go.
Thanks for joining us on a special episode of ClickFunnels Radio. How fun was that to see Russell in action and learn more about the One Comma Club? This is an amazing opportunity for you to jump in and not in weeks, not in months, but in a few days, understand all the strategies and tactics that you need to make your first dollars online. And our entire goal is to get you this award, where if you make $1,000 online, we will send you the One Comma Club Award. With that, go to onecomaclub.com and check it out, and we will see you on the other side of the One Comma Club Award.